In India, bail must be taken seriously if justice is to be served, because there is an overcrowding of jails in India, not because there are many people who commit crimes, but because there are many people who are awaiting trials. There are 3 out of 4 people who are in prison in India who are awaiting trial. The number of people awaiting trial in 2022 is staggering, with 371,848 people in custody because they are just awaiting for trial to begin. As far as granting bail is concerned, the Supreme Court takes its business very seriously. In a case in which no custody was required, the apex court refused to be lenient towards a magistrate for failing to grant the concerned subject the required bail. This is a sign that the apex court is determined to address the issue of under trials in the country. Therefore, the Supreme Court directive is a huge corrective measure that goes beyond lip services and goes a long way towards addressing the problem. At the same time, it is essential to make sure that people are aware of their right to request bail and they are able to make the request with necessary legal support. At the same time, magistrates dealing with bail cases must have continuous orientation on bailable, non-bailable cases, and the magistrates must be made up to date with the latest precedents and crime trends, etc. Indian President Her Excellency Draupadi Murmu raised this issue last year in the presence of Chief Justice of India, Dr. D.Y. Chandrachud, and also the then Minister of Law. In her speech, she said that many of the people languishing in India's overcrowded jails were unaware of their constitutional rights, the preamble to the Constitution, and their basic obligations. I believe that it is the responsibility of the judiciary, led by the Supreme Court, along with the government, to ensure that these people have the best shot at justice and that the legal system, including high courts, session courts, and trial courts, must treat the bail applications and applicants very fairly in order to ensure that they receive the justice that they deserve. Additionally, the government must, as requested by the Supreme Court in last July, work on drawing a similar act to the one that is in place in Britain and move on a separate bail act in order to streamline the process of granting bail. And this is something that will do much to correct any injustice. Bail cannot be a privilege that is reserved only for the rich and powerful in India, as well as for those who are all well connected. There is a need for this to change. This is a good start that needs to be followed up with further efforts by the Supreme Court to clean up its own act. Let's hope that liberty as a concept, and liberty as a right, and liberty as a God-granted given gift, and the concept of bail be taken seriously, and justice to the humongous number of people numbering 371,848 awaiting for trials. Thanks for your patient hearing.